Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Madam Hidayah and my fellow friends. My name is Fatina Afrika binti Abdul Wadi and I am from Group 4. Today, my friends and I will present about Development Financial Institution AGROBANK versus EXIM Bank. My group members are Harith Farhan bin Zul, Nur Hasnizah binti Abi Aziz, Ain Nusabila binti Muhammad Azil Kapung and Izian Shazlin binti Baharuddin. Development Financial Institution (DFI), also known as Development Financial Company, is a financial institution that offers risk capital for non-commercial economic development projects. As in Malaysia, DFI developed by the government to grow and support key sectors that are strategic importance to the country overall social economic development objectives. These strategic sectors include agriculture, small and medium-sized enterprise, infrastructure, maritime, export-oriented and capital-intensive and high-technology industries.
I'll start with characteristics and features of AGROBANK. AGROBANK is actively involved in charting the growth and development of Malaysia agriculture industry by offering Sharia compliance product and solution across various customer segments including corporates, consumer, commercial, trade finance and microfinancing customer. AGROBANK also strikes an equal balance to its production and commercial roles to benefit the agriculture sector. Characteristics and features of EXIM Bank. EXIM Bank takes pride in meeting its mandated role of stimulating and enhancing the competitiveness of Malaysian industry for export and investment globally via the provisioning of internationally and domestically competitive banking and insurance product and advisory service. The bank also offers Sharia compliant financing and takaful. EXIM Bank support the anti-corruption effort of the government and the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission by strengthening its corporate governance and continuously inculcating good ethical business practice among its director, employee, customer, vendor and other business associates in compliance with anti-corruption law. So we can see that they implement integrity in their bank.
Next, move on to functions and roles of AGROBANK versus EXIM Bank. As a market-driven, customer-centric DFI development financial institution with a primary focus on strengthening the agriculture sector in Malaysia, AGROBANK strikes an equal balance to its developmental and commercial roles to benefit the agriculture sector. The livelihood of rural population comprising of farmers, fishermen and livestock producers need to be improved and modernized. AGROBANK provides a comprehensive range of financing solutions for the agriculture community that includes upstream activities related to primary food and commodities-based agriculture activities to downstream activities such as processing, marketing and distribution of agricultural products. AGROBANK also provides holistic financial services and banking facilities. AGROBANK adopts and practices two-pronged approach in extending its loan and credit facilities to its customers. One is to assist smallholders, farmers, fishermen and livestock producers by financing their project through special government interest scheme with favorable terms and conditions such as with low concessionary interest rate. The other is to provide loans to agriculture entrepreneurs and the private sector who are keen and interested to invest in agriculture projects at competitive commercial interest rate. AGROBANK also upgrades and encourages agricultural financing by the commercial banking sector. They are one of the agents for the government's development program. As one of the agencies under the Ministry AGROBANK will play an active role in financing projects implemented under the Ministry of Agriculture Incorporated concept. In the light of the current development and in line with the current government policy, AGROBANK's focus would not only be in the primary production but would be greater in the downstream activities. The special government interest schemes are usually realized, implemented, and financed through funds allocated by the government to AGROBANK to carry out certain specific development tasks. While financing of the commercially viable agriculture projects at the competitive commercial interest rates are funded by the deposits mobilized by the AGROBANK itself. In addition, AGROBANK also offers retail banking financing solutions to improve and focus on the well-being of the agriculture community. AGROBANK is a continuity of the former Bank Pertanian Malaysia, which has more than 40 years of experience in agriculture banking and excellent track record in shaping and developing successful entrepreneurs with a wide network of branches throughout Malaysia. Next is role and functions of EXIM Bank. As an agency under the purview of the Ministry of Finance, EXIM Bank's mandate role, as specified by the government, is to provide credit facilities to finance and support export and imports of goods, services, and overseas projects with emphasis on non-traditional markets, in addition to providing export financing services such as export credit insurance services, export financing insurance, overseas investment insurance, and guarantee facilities. As a development financial institution, DFI, EXIM Bank role is to ease the path of Malaysian firms in their business ventures overseas by providing numerous services such as banking and credit insurance products and more. This will be explained in the next slides regarding product and service offered by these two banks. In addition, EXIM Bank strives to provide advisory services that would aid in developing Malaysian business abroad. For example, EXIM Bank is set to aid clients whose businesses are affected by the COVID-19 outbreak by exploring ways to ease the financial obligations they may have with the bank. According to the bank, as the development financial institution DFI of the country, this outbreak puts much strain on export and import trade activities that inevitably affects EXIM Bank's clients. The widespread implications of the COVID-19 outbreak are rapidly unraveling, and many exporters and importers are faced with disruptions to their businesses, from ships being trapped at ports, workers quarantined, to travel restriction. All these do pose financial challenges to businesses. EXIM Bank of Malaysia services are catered to large enterprise, foreign governments and businesses, and SMEs, and cover everything from manufacturing and infrastructure to trading.
Do you know about the product and services that are offered by AGROBANK? The first one is Agro Perdana I. Agro Perdana I is the Sharia compliant gyro account that provide you an access to various banking facilities to ease your financial transaction. This account tailored for all individuals, business entities, and government agency. The second one is Agro Basic Saving Account I. Agro Basic AI is a Sharia compliant basic saving account that provides you an access into banking services at minimal cost for all individual Malaysians and permanent residents. Category of account are firstly individual account, trust account, and joint account. The third one is Agro Tani I.
is a Sharia-compliant savings account tailored for all individuals and non-individuals, which are societies, associations, and clubs that provides a simple solution to address your financial needs. Categories of account are also individual account, joint account, and non-individuals account. The fourth is the Agro Tani I for the foreigners. Agro Tani I foreign savings account is for individual non-citizens to facilitate the financial management needs in Malaysian currencies. AGROBANK offers two types of account, which are individual account and trust account. Other than that, Agro Muda I. Agro Muda I is the account for children saving habit for a brighter future, with Agro Muda I saving account designed special for young ones as early as 1 year old. The next one is Fixed Return Islamic Account I. FIIAI is a Sharia-compliant term deposit account for individual and non-individual customer aged 18 years and above, where the profit rate is made known to the customer upon application or renewal of account using the Tawarruk transaction. The minimum deposit is 5,000 ringgit. Other than that, there are also Fixed Return Islamic Account I for the 55 plus. For the 55 plus is the Fixed Return Investment Account for senior citizens aged 55 years and above, where the profit rate is made non-yearly to the customer upon application based on the Tawarruk transaction too. The minimum deposit is only 1,000 ringgit. Last but not least is Agro Primas. Agro Primas is specially designed term deposit I account based on existing AGROBANK's term deposit I account FRIAI that promote under Sahabat Agro program. Last but not least is Sukuk Prihatin. This Sukuk Prihatin is issued by Government of Malaysia. This Sukuk Prihatin proceed from the Sukuk Prihatin will be channeled to the Kumpulan Wang COVID-19 to finance measure announced in the economic stimulus package and recover plan to address the COVID-19 crisis. Is the first one based on export. The trade services is outward bill collection. The second one is letter of credit advising. The third one is letter of credit confirm. The fourth is letter of credit transfer, and last but not least is back-to-back letter of credit. Based on import, the services is letter of credit, inward bills for collection, endorsement of transport document, and shipping guarantee. And the last one is guarantee. Based on guarantee, there are two services. The first one is bank guarantee, and the last one is standby letter of credit.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izan Shazin binti Baharudin, and I will talk about the risks involved for the development finance institution of AGROBANK. There are 4 risks, and the first one is credit risk. Credit risk is the risk of potential loss due to failure or unwillingness of the customers or counterparties to fulfill their contractual financial obligations as and when they arise. The goal of credit risk management is to keep credit risk exposure to an acceptable level and to ensure the returns are commensurate with risk. The next risk is liquidity risk. Liquidity risk is defined as the inability of the bank to meet timely payment on any of its financial obligations to customers or counterparties when they fall due. The liquidity risk is divided into 2 components. The first component is funding liquidity risk. Funding liquidity risk arises when the bank is unable to meet its financial obligations that arise from withdrawal of deposits, repayments of purchase funds at maturity dates, extension of credit, or working capital needs. The next component is market liquidity risk. Market liquidity risk is the risk that the bank is unable to or cannot easily unwind or offset a particular position at or near the previous market price because of inadequate market depth or because of disruptions in the marketplace caused by the change in market sentiment or due to a specific event or series of events. The next risk is market risk. Market risk is the possibility of an investor experiencing losses due to factors that affect the overall performance of the financial markets in which he or she is involved. Market risk, also called systematic risk, which cannot be eliminated through diversification, though it can be hedged against in other ways. Sources of market risk include recessions, political turmoil, changes in interest rates, natural disasters, and terrorist attacks. Systematic or market risk tends to influence the entire market at the same time. The last risk is operational risk. Operational risk is the risk that a firm's internal practices, policies, and systems are not adequate to prevent a loss being incurred, either because of market conditions or operational difficulties. Such deficiencies may arise from failure to measure or report risk correctly, or from a lack of control over trading staff.
There are 4 risks involved in EXIM Bank. The first one is credit risk. It happens when the debtor unable to repay the debt. To prevent this, EXIM Bank manage its credit portfolio, include risk appetite statement as tactics and the policies and guidelines as enables and controls. The second one is Sharia risk. It can be extracted from any unlawful or invalid contract due to the failure of the parties to comply with Sharia contractual obligations. EXIM Bank established Sharia Committee to manage rules and principles on all Islamic banking and takaful business activities of the bank. The third one is operational risk. It illustrates the risk that an organization encounters as it tries to carry out its day-to-day business operations. Operational risk management framework in EXIM Bank will minimize the operational risk to an acceptable level by using tools and techniques practiced by the industry. The last one is emerging risk. It can occur due to the challenging and uncertain economic outlook. So, when this happens, EXIM Bank will do close monitoring and reporting on the affected accounts and conducting related scenario analysis through stress testing. From the discussion, AGROBANK and EXIM Bank provide a lot of support to the businesses in Malaysia from sector agriculture and export-import, especially Muslim businesses, as both banks provide Sharia compliance funds.